Hey guys, I'm back again here. Figured I'd show you the progress that I made. Everything worked out fine. New supports in, thankfully. It wasn't too bad putting it in. It's just a couple things you gotta watch out for if you're doing it with the radiator and condenser in the car. Is what I ran into basically is I had somebody holding up the radiator out of the way so you wouldn't stab it with the little radiator supports on the bottom of it. At the same time, I don't know what they're exactly called. I call them the headlight buckets, but these guys right here on each side, I had to kind of bend them out of the way in order to fit the support behind them. And at the same time, what we have here, we have the little grommets right there that go between the AC condenser and the core support. I put those in first, and then carefully I had to pull the condenser out of the way when I fished the core support in, and I was able to finally fit that in there. It wasn't that bad. Then popped the radiator on it, and then I used the jack to help me hold the core support up while I lined it up and tightened down the tow hook bolts on each side. I ended up replacing all 3 bolts on each side. They were just heavily rusted. But yeah, once that was aligned, I tightened them up nicely and drilled holes with a drill bit and started welding away. I just, what was it? Got a little gasless MIG welder from my local rental station. It was $45 for 4 hours. It didn't even take me 45 minutes to weld it all up. Once I was happy with all that, I ground everything, all the welds down, painted the bejesus out of everything with undercoating. Just went to, what was it, AutoZone and picked up a can of Rust-Oleum undercoating. Worked fine. Let that set for a little bit. And once it dried up, I, as you see, started bolting everything up. It wasn't too bad. And oh yeah, and this right here is the, what do you want to call it, the headlight and grill support bracket, I guess. It wasn't too bad to take off. You don't have to loosen all these little 10mm bolts that you see, which was my problem. I ended up snapping 2 of those. I have to actually drill them out later on and put new ones in, but only thing you need to do to take that out is you got these 10mm here, right there, another one right there, over there, and then on each horn of the frame you have 12mm bolt there, 12mm nut right there, and then another 12mm bolt right there. Same thing for the other side. And then you're able to take that whole piece off. I think I did it with the bumper support on too. I can't remember if I did or not. So yeah, that just pops off like that, no problem. You want to support these brackets that go onto the fenders that connect up to this support bracket, because you'll end up twisting them off practically when you're loosening up those bolts here. So just get like a pair of channel locks or something to support those while you unbolt them. And I just started bolting everything up. There's that new hood latch stay support that I was telling you about that ended up rotting out on me. Right down there. So got that welded in. Undercoated that. And yeah, just make sure you use common sense. It's definitely not for a beginner, but if you know what you're doing, it shouldn't be that hard. I mean, probably it took me, I'm gonna say like 12 hours, but I had a little bit of help. And definitely make sure you have the tools that I showed you earlier. Those definitely helped me out a lot, especially the Sawzall and that electric drill. And oh yeah, when you're welding it up, those brackets or the headlight buckets I told you, you got to bend out. You got to push them back in, obviously, when you're welding it up. I just ended up using, where did I put it? I ended up using a hammer right here. I just basically took the bottom of the hammer and I ended up pushing up against the radiator support, and then started tacking that up. Make sure you use something, I don't know, like wood. That's probably the best thing. You don't want to use like a plastic handle or something because you'll end up melting it. And you don't want to use metal because it could conduct and you can get a nice little shock, which I've heard happens to a few people. So yeah, I'm just basically once again making this video for giving you little tips. I'm not liable if you mess up your car or cause injury to yourself or anybody else. Just helping you guys out if you need it. If you have any more questions or comments or whatever, just let me know and I'll definitely get back to you if I can. So, hey, have a good one. Thanks for watching.